outside the Pretoria Magistrates Court. Crisalda, good afternoon. You've spent the entire morning outside of court. Tell us what has happened.
Well, Faith, we've been here since 5 o'clock this morning, gauging what's going to happen outside the court. Journalists, both local and international, arrived here as early as 6 o'clock. They'd set up, trying to get out inside the court as well. There were a lot of problems that happened this morning. A lot of journalists are quite upset, especially international, about not being given access to the court. We saw some of the journalists as well trying to push through the entrance, trying to gain access. There was no clarity by 9 o'clock this morning about who was going to be allowed inside the court. The ANC Women's League also issued a statement last night saying that they were going to protest outside the Pretoria Magistrates Court. Indeed, they did come to the court this morning. They're saying that they don't want bail for Oscar Pistorius, looking at the seriousness of the charge that he's facing. Joining me now is Jackie Mofokeng, who is with the ANC Women's League. Jackie, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. While you're here today, you've said that you don't want bail for Oscar Pistorius. You've come with the Women's League. Basically, what is your message relating to this case?
Thank you very much. I think it was a privilege for the Women's League to be given actually a representation inside of the court. As we are saying it was very difficult. We were allowed to get 2 people, which we did from the province as a spokesperson, and we had a regional person. And it's actually very clear that now that the magistrate was actually dealing with the issues of housekeeping, that they will move to another court because the international media is cramped in the court. But what is going to happen now is that they will be actually going back, but it's clear that now on the...
Just very quickly, if I can interrupt you there, Jackie, just about your stance as the Women's League. You're saying no bail for Oscar Pistorius. You're saying that the charge that is brought against him is serious.
It is very serious. Actually, we are happy that we were actually looking at Schedule 6 and Schedule 5. And the one that we are looking at is 6. And it's very clear that the magistrate has pronounced on that. They will go on arguments, but the Women's League will stand with 6 that he must not get bail. Because your status or whatever should not count. When you do wrong, it's wrong. And the Women's League will stand for women, and we have also noted very much a disappointment that we come up with 2,488 on the research of a South African Institute of Race Relations that women are killed in this country. Femicide is something that we are not going to allow. And we are saying that he must go and remain in custody and face the right might of the law.
Well, Jackie, unfortunately, that's all we have time for. Thank you very much for joining us. That's Jackie Mofokeng from the ANC Women's League. They're still here outside protesting, as you can see behind me. Some of the placards that are being read, they're saying Pistorius must rot in jail, he must rot in jail, and no to domestic violence. Faith, back to you in the studio.